Hi, I'm Gene Sherrard. Join us for another installment of Seattle Now and Then 360, our online-only feature in which we go behind the scenes and visit the exact location of our then photo. This week, East plus Seattle equals Mercer Island, where an old school's days might be numbered. Here's Clay Eals with the story.
Quick quiz. Where is East Seattle? If you're thinking Madison Park, Leschi, or other places east of Broadway where the street names begin with East, you might be forgiven. The correct answer is that, unlike the directional designations of North, South, and West Seattle, East Seattle isn't in Seattle at all. You have to head a mile east on Interstate 90 and across Lake Washington to find it at the northwestern edge of Mercer Island. Nestled just south of where I-90 begins tunneling through the Mercer Island lid, the neighborhood of East Seattle is the island's oldest, serving as the then unincorporated community's business and residential hub for decades before the floating bridge opened in 1940. It boasted a hotel, store, church, post office, and the only civic vestige still standing from that era, 105-year-old East Seattle School. The school might not stand much longer. Built in 1914, operating as a public school, and sporting views of the lake and the majestic Olympics until 1982, and as a Boys and Girls Club until 2008, the two-floor, mission-style concrete structure has sat vacant in recent years and looks rather bedraggled. Its owner, auto magnate Michael O'Brien, who lives nearby, is seeking city permits to demolish it and fill its 2.9-acre trapezoidal parcel with 14 single-family homes. This fate troubles some longtime Islanders and graduates of the school. For Margaret Vick, 92, who attended East Seattle in the 1930s when Seattleites reached the island by boat, the school summons memories of simpler times, from echoing ferry foghorns to a steady core of teachers led by longtime principal Ethel Johnson, who just required you to do your best, she said. I learned how to accept things the way they were. We were real country kids and lived country style. Everybody knew everybody. Now you don't. To me, it was heaven. The school's demise, however, would be no surprise to those who have witnessed the island's boom-bust, school-age population cycles and relentless development pressure. No viable proposal to retain East Seattle School is surfacing, and depending on how island city officials rule this fall, all that might survive its razing is an entrance archway or an interpretive plaque. But hope remains. There needs to be a creative reuse of this building, says Jane Meyer-Brom, co-president of the local Historical Society and former city council member and newspaper editor, speaking in a video for the Washington Trust for Historic Preservation, which listed East Seattle School on its most endangered places list. This is the oldest public building on the island, Brom says. For a community like Mercer Island with such a short history, we need to do a better job of preserving these historic buildings we do have. In our then photo in 1925, more than 60 students at then 11-year-old East Seattle School, some in dresses, some in ties or knickerbockers, take their exercise outside the school's east-facing back side. For a complete history of the school and its environs, see the 2013 book Mercer Island, From Haunted Wilderness to Coveted Community by Jane Meyer-Brom. Today, organized by East Seattle School graduate Kit Malmfelt, 80 grads and supporters gathered to emulate their predecessors on June 8th.